Forced labor, you love this shit? See, this is, yeah, I told y'all, like, this is the way you handle these people. You do.
His two smartphones are also forfeited. He is not going to get those back.
한국을 우습게 봤다가 제대로 참교육을 당한 미국인 유튜버가 있습니다. 바로 조니소말리, 본명 램지 칼리드 이스마일입니다. 지금 보시게 될 영상은 그의 재판 과정을 처음부터 밀착 추적해온 미국인 변호사 유튜버 리걸 마인드셋의 분석 영상입니다. 아시아에 거주하며 활동하는 이 미국 변호사는 조니 소말리 사건을 처음부터 끝까지 팔로우하며 현장의 생생한 법정 정보를 전달해왔습니다. 잠깐 배경 설명을 드리겠습니다. 조니 소말리는 2024년 9월 한국에 입국한 뒤 편의점에서 라면 국물을 테이블에 쏟아붓고 난동을 부리는가 하면 썩은 생선을 들고 행인들에게 접근해 불쾌감을 주고 버스와 지하철 안에서 큰 음악을 틀며 춤을 추는 등 엽기적인 행각을 영상으로 찍어 유튜브에 올렸습니다. 그것도 모자라 위안부 평화의 소녀상에 입을 맞추는 영상까지 올려 전 국민의 공분을 샀습니다. 결국 2024년 11월 서울 서부지방검찰청의 업무방해 혐의로 기소됐고 출국금지 조치까지 내려졌습니다. 그 뒤로도 재판 도중 우길기를 흔들며 독도는 일본 땅이고 일본은 한국을 다시 점령해야 한다는 망언을 SNS에 올리는 등 기행을 멈추지 않았습니다. 서경덕 성신여자대학교 교수는 자신의 SNS에서 그가 첫 공판 이후 취재진에게 한국은 미국의 속국이라는 망언을 내뱉는 등 아직도 정신을 못 차렸다며 이번엔 솜방망이 처벌이 아닌 강력한 처벌로 좋은 본보기를 만들어야 한다고 강조했습니다. 자, 이제 결심 공판 당일의 상황을 담은 리걸 마인드셋의 분석 영상을 보시겠습니다.
Johnny Somali got destroyed in court. Holy shit. Thank fucking God. I am so happy to see this happen. This is what you call the happy ending. This is the good ending. This is the right ending.
Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, was absolutely crushed today in court, and we have massive consequences as the FAFO hits. We're going to get into that today on Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm
How about that?
American attorney over here in Asia, and this is a Fast Facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. And of course, we've been following the Johnny Somali trial from the beginning and giving you the
Again, you've got to understand that a person like this is like really not that much. Like, these people are functional animals. They act like animals. They have no impulse control. They have no emotional regulation. Honestly, you could train a dog better than you could probably train Johnny Somali. So when you see a person acting out like this, really, it's not even in a case their fault. It's just the way that they are. It's just bad crazy bad spawn RNG.
Real narrative, the real facts, the real consequences on what's going down in Korea for Johnny Somali. And we are at the end here. We indeed had a massive hearing today that actually had a little bit of a twist, which we'll get into and get into the details here. So today's hearing we thought was just going to be involving modifying the indictment.
Isn't it crazy that like Johnny Somali was like the unspoken harbinger of the Minnesota fraud? Like, we didn't even realize that there was a connection at all until, and like, this is the type of thing where like all the pieces of the web come together and make the full picture. Can you believe that?
Potentially either, you know, modifying the deepfakes, adding charges, maybe doing something else like that. But what they threw in was they added in closing arguments. Typically that is done on a different day, but they allowed those closing arguments to proceed today. So we actually have an update on Johnny Somali's closing argument and his whole spiel, his attempt, his last attempt to make his defense, which failed miserably. The prosecution also gave the recommended punishment, and it is way worse than most people would have expected. And actually has some real consequences for him, even in the United States. So we're going to talk about that as well. So let's jump right into it, guys. In case you don't know, Ramzi Ismail is facing 8 different charges. That's 4 obstruction of business, 2 minor offenses acts, and 2 deepfakes.
Look at this guy.
He's been trying to get rid of this deepfake with Youngman and also the one with Bongbong, trying to kind of knock both of those things off because that's stuff that carries serious.
It's illegal in South Korea to make deepfakes of people without their consent, and he did that, and he had one of like making out with this girl, and this is like super illegal over there.
prison time.
That's what happened.
That's the thing where you can't wiggle out with a fine.
Yeah.
So let's jump into his closing argument. What did he say? And this is the words of Johnny-Somali, aka Ramsey Kalidas.
Oh, God.
Ramsey said, "I sincerely apologize for my actions in Korea. I express remorse for the incident for which I was charged. I have been held captive here in Korea.
Captive. Oh, no.
For a year and a half, during which time I committed no crimes." That, by the way, I'm going to
It's not even true.
That's very debatable, as he's got other pending stuff being investigated that's criminal activity he would potentially commit.
These people can't stop. Like, they can't follow rules. They just can't do it. The only way you can deal with a person like this is to just institutionalize them and put them in a box, and that's it. Like, this is one of the problems. Like, a lot of people in, like, Western culture and, like, civilized society don't like this reality, is that some people are just functional animals. And the only way that you can deal with them is by removing their impact on the rest of the world. That's it.
I reached an agreement with Lee Jung-chuk, that's Youngman, regarding the 2 deepfakes. That's actually false. He only received a settlement regarding one. The other was with Bong Bong. He doesn't have a settlement with her. And he no longer seeks punishment. Bong Bong made it clear in court that she was unaware distributing deepfake videos was a crime and initially viewed them as not sexual content, but funny images. If she, a Korean, did not recognize the same act as a crime, how could he, an American, have known it was? When I asked...
Oh, God, bro. Like, this is like an 11th grader, man.
The law is unfair. Since the police didn't do anything when I tried to report Bong Bong, all I'm asking is for the law to be applied fairly. I want to appeal to the prosecution and police. It's unfair if Bong Bong and I receive different punishments. I'm still young. I want to see my family and go home. Please show leniency. So
absolutely not. Absolutely. I hope that they make his life hell. This guy is such a retard. He's so aggressive. He's not sorry for anything. The best thing that you can do is put him in a box and keep him there. And that's it.
That is all of his arguments. So what did the prosecution drop? Well, they dropped their sentencing recommendation, and it is insane. The prosecution suggested 3 years in prison with labor.
Man, it's finally happening. See, I've been asking for this for a while, and South Korea's doing it. See, this is what we need to do. We gotta do this same thing.
Labor. A fine of 150,000 Korean won, which is the maximum.
Like
if they could give more, like they probably would give more. And sex offender registration. That is a bombshell. One of the biggest bombshells today.
3 years.
Sex offender registration.
This doesn't include the deepfake charges?
To adopt the prosecution's recommendation.
Oh my God.
Or only give a little bit below. So 2 to 3 years, very reasonable to say. You know, they recommended 3, maybe they give 2. Very reasonable to predict that.
Yeah,
the fine, registration, that's the very, very likely ruling that's going to come up during sentencing, which will be the next hearing.
Forced labor, you love this shit? See, this is, I told y'all, like, this is the way you handle these people. You do.
His 2 smartphones are also forfeited. He is not going to get those back.
He lost his phone.
And as part of being a registered sex offender, his labor will only be with other prisoners, right? So likely he is going to get factory labor job or prison toilets because he is not going to be allowed as a sex offender in Korea to interact with normal people. And that is probably the best for normal human beings in Korea.
Dude, imagine being such a retard you can't even pick cabbages. Think about how bad you have to be for that. You're not even allowed to pick a cabbage.
He's required to register upon 3 days of entering the U.S.
Jesus.
So he must register in any U.S. jurisdiction where he resides, works, or attends school. Failure to register in the U.S. can carry a 10-year jail sentence. So that is waiting for him after he gets out of jail in South Korea. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next.
Oh my fucking God. This is beautiful. I can't believe this even happened. And now they're going to make him work out in a factory cleaning toilets for 2 years of mandatory labor? This is fucking beautiful.
마인드셋 변호사의 분석대로 이번 결심 공판은 조니 소말리에게 사실상 전면 패배로 끝났습니다. 검찰의 최후 구형은 징역 3년의 강제 노역, 벌금 15만 원, 성범죄자 등록이라는 초강수였습니다. 선고는 4월 15일로 예정돼 있으며 한국 법조계 전문가들 사이에서는 실형 가능성이 높다는 평가가 지배적입니다. 그가 한국 교도소에서 형을 마친 뒤에도 문제는 끝나지 않습니다. 성범죄자 등록으로 인해 미국에서도 사회 복귀가 쉽지 않을 것이기 때문입니다. 한국 법무부 출입국 당국은 형기가 끝나는 즉시 강제 추방 절차를 밟을 가능성이 높으며 이후 입국 블랙리스트에 올라 사실상 영구 입국 금지가 될 것으로 보입니다. 한국을 얕보고 들어와 전 국민에게 모욕적인 행각을 벌였던 조니소말리의 결말이 어떻게 마무리될지 4월 15일 선고 공판 결과를 기대해주세요.